Hi and welcome back to Tack Makeup Playground. Today I am going to be working on a collab look, imagine that. And I'm starting off totally blank faced. I got nothing on. I wanted to show my new glasses. So I just thought they were super stinking cute and wanted to show them off. So my new glasses. Gonna take them off now so I can't see anything. Anyway, so today, yeah, we're going to be working on a collab look. So, of course, this will get posted up on Instagram before the video gets posted. And we're going to do a full beat. So, sorry, it's going to be a long one. Anyway, so what should we talk about today? Should we talk about the chat that I just got off of? So we are going to visit our daughter coming up here in a couple weeks. Sorry, my eyes. I have been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. Or first woke up at 1 and I was like, oh, should I get up? And then I woke up at 2, like, oh, should I get up? And 3, and I was like, forget it, I'm getting up. So, again, that was my Nomad travel, Nomad Air face mist. Probably can't even see that. I know my lighting sucks, and I'm gonna get it figured out one of these days. And this is my Young Some Mool Essential Mool Cream for my primer. That's what gives me the glow. So if you guys are ever wondering, if you go on my Instagram and it's like, holy cow, her skin's really glowy and stuff. I swear it's helped my complexion too. So, yeah, I don't know. It's really good. But anyway, so, I called the hotel directly, or the hotel line, whatever, directly to get our hotel room booked to go see her. And with that, ended up getting hooked up with some thing where, you know, you could get a deal, pay $1.99 for this great deal to go get a hotel room somewhere else for 3 nights, 4 days. Sounded like a decent deal. I was like, okay, cool, we can do that. Maybe. And I was like, I can't make that decision without my husband, because we don't make huge financial decisions. I mean, $1.99, $200 is that's a lot of money. So especially now. So I was like, I'm not making this decision on my own. I said, can we, you know, the gal was like, oh, sure, I'll call you back. Okay, great. So this is the Ritual Defee concealer in, is it 111 and 121, I believe, are the shades. I did look it up. I'll have it in the description box, since I think I figured out how to do that now. Thanks to Debbie Ton. Thank you, Debbie, if you watch this. Thank you. So they called us back and gave us all the information, and so we got all set up, and we decided to go. They gave us like 11 different towns or cities that we could pick from. So we picked Myrtle Beach. Never been. And I was like, okay, we'll go there, because out of everything, it sounded like the best. I mean, I wanted to go to New Orleans, but I've been there. My husband has not, and he really has no interest in going. Although, so we started talking about it, and the gal called. We got all set up. She's like, you know, if you decide to cancel, it's totally refundable, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. So whatever. And they're supposed to give you your money back when you get to the place anyway. So you like pay the $1.99, and then you get there and they give you your money back, and you just have to take like a hotel tour, is what we were told. Super nice gal. I'm not gonna fault her. She was super sweet on the phone, and I know that you have to be for customer service, but she really was. She was so sweet, and I feel so bad because we got the email, the receipt, fine, great. We paid our $1.99, whatever, and then we got the email with a video, and then at the very bottom it says you'll have a 2-hour meeting to discuss timeshares. No, thank you. I'm not gonna take 2 hours out of my vacation to talk about something that I know that we are absolutely not going to do. So my husband was like, oh, no, 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 no. And then he thought about it. He's like, okay, well, maybe. And then he was like, no, no way. No, no, we're not doing this. Like, if we're going to go on vacation, we're going to go on vacation. We're not going to go sit through some 2-hour thing to learn about something that we know we're going to say no to. Like, I respect that. Fine. And he's like, so do you want me to call her or do you want to handle it? And I was like, I want you to call because you're better at saying no. Well, then they had this chat thing that I could do. So I did that this morning. I just got done with that, so I'm a little but yeah, they like weren't gonna credit me, and the gal even said, she's like, oh, it's all creditable, we'll give the money back, da 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 da. And the gal was like, no, we're not gonna give you money back. I'm like, oh no, you're giving money back. I'm like, you might want to go back and listen to the recorded call, because she said we'd get our money back if we wanted to cancel. So this is the Young Mool Nuder Cushion Foundation in Fairlight SPF 50. But while we were planning all of that, and we talked about Myrtle Beach, and then, but they're like, oh, you can change where you want to go if, you know, you decide that you want to go to a different place. So I kind of decided, I was like, maybe I could rope him into going to New Orleans just to check it out. I mean, he's never been, he doesn't know anything. He just thinks that it's crazy town because of Bourbon Street and Mardi Gras and all of that, and it's not. Like, I've never really been much outside the French Quarter. I don't know too much about what happens outside of there. So, I mean, I know they do swamp tours and things like that, and I'm like, oh, he would love a swamp tour. He would love that. He would think that was fantastic. So in talking about all that, I sent him some info on some swamp tours and stuff, and he actually wants to go now. So I think we're gonna try and plan a trip to go to New Orleans somehow, some way, find some money somewhere to head down there. I did end up canceling the other thing, but there's a hotel that I've been there a couple times with my mom, and well, first time I went with my mom, and the second time I went with my mom and my daughters, because they're old enough to actually experience New Orleans the right way now. Not the right way, but you know what I mean. When you're younger than 21, you can't really go and experience Bourbon Street the way that you would probably want to. So we waited until they were both old enough to take them down there, and then went down there and did that. So anyway, so yeah, I've been down there a couple times. Absolutely love it. It's such a beautiful but I'm into art and stuff like that, so I guess that makes sense. And architecture and food, although it's funny because I don't eat pork products. I just don't like the taste of pig. I just don't. My mom always picks on me because I just don't like it. I don't know. And this is going to be the Fenty. See if I can read it through my glasses because it's so dark in here. I cannot because it's so dark in here. That's not helping. Fenty Matchstick in amber. Oh, it is the amber one. This is the darker one. So yeah, I think we're gonna figure out how to get down there, because I told him, I said, I think you would really like it. It's got a lot more to offer than just walking around shopping like, you know, my mom and I do. We're gonna do a haunted tour. I need to look up, there's a tour guide down there. His name is Brian, and he does what's called the Haunted AF tours. So I wanted to try and get hooked up with him again and do his tour. He's a riot, and he actually gives you like earpieces so you can hear him the whole time while you're doing the tour, which is really nice. So I think my husband would enjoy that, because then that way you can actually hear him. I think he'd get frustrated otherwise. Make my husband sound like an old grumpy man, and he kind of is. I mean, I don't know. He's very old-fashioned, I guess. Seems a lot older than he is. He's actually a little bit younger than me, just a few months, but he seems a lot older than me. Probably the way he was raised, but so yeah, we're gonna hopefully, I don't know, try and find some money and get down there and check it out. The weekend that we want to go down there, the Saints play against the Eagles. I'm a Saints fan, so not that I really watch football anymore, but so I was like, oh, maybe we could do that. But I don't think he wants to waste a whole day sitting in the football stadium. I mean, he likes football enough, but he'd rather go watch the Vikings play. I think I probably would too, just because the US Bank Stadium's pretty cool. Yeah, I base it on the stadium, not the team, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, we'll go check that out. And then there's City Park. I've never actually done City Park down there, so I think we might do that. There's supposed to be a beignet celebration the weekend that we're looking to go. So that's exciting. Yeah, have a bunch of beignets and try different ones, and it's supposed to be like, you know, artists and stuff in City Park doing their thing. And I don't know, we'll see what other kind of trouble we can get into, or what other stuff I can expose him to that he's never really seen or been around before. He's from a little bit smaller town. He moved to where we are now, well, a smaller town by here, and I guess he did live here for a while, and then he moved out of here, and then he moved back here. So he's just kind of been in the area for a while. Originally started, you know, he was born in another state, the state right next to us. So there, that's the RMS Beauty bronzer in, I can't remember what it's called, Buriti Bronzer. Gonna go with that. Yeah. Let's see. Otherwise, I got out and watered my garden yesterday. Nothing's, of course, growing quite yet, so hopefully one of these days I can give you guys an update on that. Right now I just have the pre-garden thing up. My indoor plants are all in shock right now from being repotted, so they're mad at me. And this is the Ulta Beauty pencil for my eyebrows. I'm a little worried about the garden thing this year. I don't know, I'm a little worried about water, having enough water this year. Normally we get a lot of snow. We hardly had any snow this year, so our grass is not looking great because I think it got really cold, but we didn't have snow coverage to protect the snow, so it got pretty fried out from being cold. So we're trying to work through that, and then there's just not a lot of water. Living in the middle of the country, it's not like we can pump it from the ocean and siphon it through, you know, filter and get all the salt out. We have to rely on whatever we have in aquifers and stuff like that, and so we'll see what's available. He may have to sacrifice watering his lawn for me to be able to have my garden this year, so we usually end up on a watering restriction here anyways throughout the summer, where we're only allowed to water like 1 day a week or whatever. So like what's the point even? Just let the grass fry. I don't know, if I had my choice I would have clover for a yard anyways, but he likes his imperial lawn. Drives me nuts, serves no purpose. But it is what it is. So yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think of what else we got going on around here. Not much. Oh, I finished a Lego project. I was gonna try and film it while I was doing it, but it's big. It was big. It was the Beauty and the Beast castle. So Beast Castle. It's really super cute. So I don't know if you guys would be interested in seeing our Lego collection. It's a little insane. It started, this is the elf wow brow, and wow, it got a little dark over there, so I'm gonna try and moosh that out a little bit. So yeah, it started with my husband when he was little. Well, we both did Lego when we were little, and he continued. I didn't. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Like, try and do on the eyeballs, something like that. So Anyana, my life, she is hosting a collab. So it's Make Up the Sites. She does this. She hasn't done it in a while. She hasn't been on Instagram in a while, so she's back. And so she's basing this on Hormuz Island. I don't know how to say that. Should look it up. I actually have my computer up and I could check it, but I'm not gonna. So she does this, and she gives you like, I don't know, like 8 photos to pick from. Basically, I probably could look up something else from the island, but this one spoke to me, so we're gonna work on this one and see what we can create from it. And I am using Nomad, of course, Nomad Paradise Island palette. So we will, and that is the inside of that one. So I figure there's some good colors to pick from that'll work for that. And then we are going to pair that with Nomad. It's Nomad Keys Beachy and Peachy. I haven't used this one very much, so this is one of the ones that they came out with last year. And so that is the inside of that one. So I figured they'd be pretty good to pair together. As far as the white goes, I will probably pull in some of the candy paint palette from Mandy on that. I think we're gonna go in with white for the base on this. I just gotta find the right brush. This is almost empty. I'm gonna have to try and dig out, see if I have another white one around here, or start using my About Face base. I might have to use that actually, because this is like scraping. Oops. We'll see. And then I gotta pick out a blush yet. I don't know. I just figured I'd take you guys on a journey today and talk and see. And now I'm out of stuff to talk about. And just really, you guys are gonna get sick of me saying I'm tired. I know my husband's sick of me saying I'm tired. But wow, I can't believe how early. I haven't been up at 3 o'clock in the morning in a while. Well, since the time change. I used to get up at 3 o'clock all the time. I did stop taking a medication recently because I was having some breathing issues, which is weird because it was a nasal spray that was supposed to be helping my sinuses, but I've been having such a hard time breathing lately, and so I just decided to, oh, there's still some yellow on that from the other day. The only thing I could figure out was that I had started this new nasal spray about like 2 months ago. And so I looked up some side effects on it. It said it can cause trouble breathing, so I stopped it. So I'm still having issues, but I just stopped it like 2 days ago. So waiting to see if that'll end up kind of working its way out of my system and hopefully help me feel better. So so I think for this, what I'm gonna do is, all right, and this is officially empty. So Gerard Cosmetics white base. It's a great base. It really is. So I think what I might do is like angle. So do like the pink, then and go that way instead of just this way, just to give it a little more life. So find a good brush for this. We're gonna go a little light-handed to start with. So I'm gonna go in with, this is a Cosmic Brushes brush. It's a CB something 4. Let's say CB4. We're gonna call it that until we find out differently. So I'm gonna go in with, let's do Bora Bora. I know it's a shimmer, but I'm gonna start with that. This is gonna be an experiment. Super duper experiment. So we're just gonna kind of blop, 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 blop that on there. So we're just kind of putting it all through here. Because then we're gonna go over it with that, what is it? Sunset Celebration that's in the other palette. So I'll pull that up and show it to you here in a second. I just kind of want it stippled in here. I don't want it like full on opaque, blended out. I just want it stippled. That's it. All right, so we will start with that, and then I'm gonna grab a different brush. I think we're actually gonna go in with this, and this is a Mange large shadow brush. This is one that I got in an ice cream beauty box. So we are gonna go in with that, like I said, the Sunset Celebration, and that's from the Keys Beachy and Peachy palette. Ooh, sorry, I have another palette sitting over here. Just knocked it over. So it's my singles palette with all my Davina stuff in it. I'm gonna see if maybe there's something out of there I can use today too. So we're just gonna go in and kind of just like that, just to kind of make it look a little rough. A little rough. I don't want it perfect by any means. Just because if you make it perfect, it's not gonna match that at all. So, and I may have to bring in a little orange or peach too, to kind of change that color a little bit in spots. All right, so there is that. I know I was saying in some of my other videos I had another video I was gonna post. I do have another unboxing video that I was gonna post, and I am gonna get that one done. But there was another video I was gonna post, and I'm not now. I was so in a funk that day, and just not in good spirits. So we're just not gonna go there. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that right now at all. No, we need some cheeriness, some happiness. So all right, so that is gonna be that pink part. So that's that part that we kind of worked in there. So next we're gonna go in with those more orangey colors in that next area. I don't think I'm gonna have anything that's dark enough for that other though. I might have to look at something else. So so I'm gonna go in with, this one is Mana. Let's see, where's it at? That one right there. And that's from Paradise Islands. So we're gonna go in with that one next, and just boop 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 up there, and then boop boop up there. Yes, we're boop booping. I make up stupid sounds and stupid words all the time, stupid songs, stupid dances, especially when I'm tired. I get real stupid. My husband just laughs at me at night because we'll be getting ready for bed and I just dance around like an idiot and like hum. I don't sing because I don't put words to it, but I'll just hum the dumbest things, and he's like, what in the world? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I have a song in my head that writes itself, but it's never actually going to be something that, you know, I actually turn into a song. So, all right. And then I'm actually going to put some yellow in that. So we're going to go in with the Sunrise Salute. This one right here. Next, we're just going to plop that a little bit on top of there and around. So if you see me looking off, I'm looking in my hand mirror. Seriously, one of the best purchases I ever made. I love this thing so much. So much. And again, I would love to get more liquid lipsticks from them, but just isn't in my budget right now, especially if we want to go travel anywhere. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll try and make it work, I guess. All right, so I'm going to throw in a little bit of Far From Normal too, just to see. I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, so Far From Normal was that one. So I just tapped a little bit of that on. So then for the next part, I'm going to go in with the Shipwreck Trail. And I know it needs to be much, much darker than this, but I want to lay this down as the base for it. And I got to figure out how to make this color exactly, because it's more of like a burnt orange color. So if I do this, what is the best way for this? Some of that. I think I might go in with that Far From Normal shade again, just to add a little more yellow to it. And then I'm gonna go back in with the Sunset Celebration, that flamingo color on top of that. And then we'll get that teal knocked out here. So, all right, so let's do this one just to give it some more yellowish to it. It's kind of a yellowy green, so yeah, this might work pretty well doing it this way. All right, we'll see. This is a great brush. I grab random brushes thinking maybe this will work, maybe that'll work. I don't have specific brushes for specific things. I just kind of base it on maybe this will work, maybe that'll work. So if you're ever wondering, you know, do you use certain brushes for certain things? Absolutely not. No, I don't. I truly, well, okay, that's a lie. I do use like the eyebrow brushes. I don't do my eyebrows that way, obviously. So I use those for liner and such. But that's about it. So that's what that's looking like so far. So it's close. So that's like those three there. So we're gonna go ahead and go in. I might do a little bit of green just to kind of get that blend there. And then we'll go in with that teal. So I'm gonna get I think a smaller, something a little bit smaller just to bring that green in. That is not fluffy enough. Let's try this one. So this is an MSQ brush, and it doesn't say like what it is. So, all right, so there is this key lime thyme color. I'm gonna kind of bring that in a little bit. Just a tiny little bit, because I don't want to make it horrendously green and gross. It could be really weird. Could go really brown, really muddy. Although Nomad's colors tend to mix pretty well together, so, and not get muddy, but I just don't want to have it get gross. So, although it's a little muddy looking in the photo, so. All right, we'll get that mixed into there. That's working pretty good. I'll show you that color here in a second. Plus I have an obsession with green lately, so it's probably good that I'm using that. That's the reason that I got the glasses I did, I think, because the top color on them is called Jade. And I just fell in love with them as soon as I saw them. I was not going to get new glasses this year because they're so expensive. But I did it anyways, and figure just swap them out every other year. So, all right, so that was the color that I just used to kind of bring in, and then I am going to go in with, should I do Dolphin next? No, we're going to do Dolphin last. So this color here, we're going to go in with that, which is Stingray. Ooh, tap off a little bit. Got a little crazy there. So yeah, I don't know if I was telling you guys about the glasses thing. I went in to get my eyes checked. They've changed. I got new lenses. So I got new glasses 2 years ago, and I love the frames. And then last year I went in and got my eyes checked, and they had barely changed. So I didn't even get new lenses last year or anything. I was like, that's fine, because I like my glasses. I don't need to change. And then this year I went in, and unfortunately I had extra time before my appointment, and decided, oh, I'm just going to look around. I can never find glasses that fit me. I think I've already told you guys this, but I can never find glasses that look good on me. I have such a weird shaped face, weird shaped head, and weird shaped eyes, and so like I don't think I'm probably gonna find anything that'll look good on me, but we'll just poke around. And so I tried on like 4 pairs of glasses. I was like, yep, I was right, not gonna find anything. And then I found this little pair sitting all by their little lonesome, and I popped them on, and I just went, okay, I think they look good. Nobody else might think they look good. I think they look good, so I'm getting them. And then I had my appointment, and I got done, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm not gonna get them. No. But my doctor was like, did you want to go look at glasses? I said, well, I picked out a pair already, and I said, I think I just need them priced to see if I'm actually gonna do it or not. So sat me down with the nicest gal. Oh, she's so sweet. Kelly, if you ever watch this, thank you. You're such a doll. She's got a YouTube channel too, her and her twin sister. It's called Those History Twins. So I need to get over and watch her. I just subscribed last night to that. If you like history stuff, it's a history channel. So I need to get over there and watch some of their stuff. But she helped me, was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Fabulous. I never do like reviews or anything on people or businesses, just because I hate logging into Google and having all that stuff, but I did one for her because she deserved it. So anyway, I sat down, she gave me the pricing stuff, and I was like, oh, but you know what? Before prices go skyrocketing on so many things, I did it. I was like, forget it. I'm just going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to get it over with. Going to make the splurge, this plunge. Let's go for it. And so we did. And then they called yesterday, and I went and got them. And I still love them. So that made me happy, because it's one of those when you try them on, it's like, okay. And then you walk away and you're going, oh crap, did I make the right decision? And then you get them, and yeah, you sometimes like them or sometimes don't. So when I put them on, I was still happy, and that was a good thing. So got my glasses. Got my new glasses so I can see again. Yeah. And my eye doctor's very good to me for all my eye issues that I have. So I don't mind, I guess, spending a little extra money with the whole warranty and everything that they have there. So all right, so I need to do something around the bottom. So that's that. I don't know if that looks enough like that. I wish it was smaller. I printed it because I'm recording this on my phone, so I can't really pull it up on my phone and look at it. And I don't have my iPad up here, and my computer's there, but I don't have it on my computer. So we do what we do. You know what? I actually have, there's a darker turquoise. What does that say? Lord, it's so dark in here. I don't know what that says. Maybe marathon. I don't know. But that one right there. We're gonna go in that in the bottom, the lower lash line. We're gonna go in. And this is another mange brush. This is the short shader brush. This is what this one is. So go underneath with that one to a certain extent. All right, so that, and then I don't want to go all the way in with that. Not that you guys can see it. Not that anybody sees it once I put mascara on anyways, because my lashes cover up everything on the bottom, but there. And that's, again, some of that, the Manna from the Paradise Island palette. Bring that all the way around too. Like that. All right, so I think we're gonna be done with, I didn't do any shimmers out of there. Do I want to use that, or do I want to use my new Davina ones? All right, that's filthy. Anyway, so those are the Davina shadows. I think we might use some of those. We're gonna go in, I think, with a little bit of Draco on the teal part. And I'm just gonna use my finger. I'm not even gonna use any shimmer stuff, because I'm just gonna kind of pat it all the way across it, so it's just like water reflection. Like that. And then I think the next one I will do, I can't remember what this one's called either. I will remember these ones. Ooh, I just stuck my thumb in it. Not good. I should be using my little tool. Lynx is the next one. So we're gonna go in with Lynx over that. Sorry, not to be flipping you guys off. All right, and the next one I'm gonna go into is Vela. I'll put that one. Okay, I might have to get a brush involved on that one to kind of smoosh it out a little bit more. All right, because I still need to go in with liner on this too. So, and then the last one I'm going to go in with is gonna probably, I think I'm just going to use one of the Nomad ones for this one. So I'm just going to use Morea to go in over this one. I'd use one of the Divina ones for this, but I suppose I could, you know what? Oh, that's a lot. I'm gonna do a little bit of Blood Moon over this one too. Just because I'm a weirdo. I think it'll give it a little bit more of that color that I need. Yeah, that's better. That's a little more like it. All right, so that is good there. So we got that and that. We'll get those out of the way. So let me grab my liner palette here. So it's a mess, it's dirty. She's well loved. Mixing, all that good stuff. So that's the Mandy Candy Paint palette. Well loved. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit. That white is getting quite beat up. So kind of wish that was a bigger palette because I seem to probably use that one a little bit more than anything else, which probably makes sense, but all right. So I'm going to go in with a smaller brush right now. This one is, if I can even read it. So Craze FX Round. Oh God, I can't read that. 00. This little guy. So that is going to go between these two. So we're just going to make some blibbity bloops. Blibbity bloops. No exactness to this whatsoever. Because it's not exact. It's a nature thing. You know, happy little accidents. I don't remember who said that. Just kidding. Bob Ross? Yeah. Good old Bob Ross. I remember watching him when I was a kid. I always thought he made the neatest paintings. So pretty. So pretty. Always wanted to do that. And then real life happened. And I wasn't able to do that. So there's like a little wave in this one picture. So we'll get that in there. And then there's little ripples. Little ripples. Little ripples. So that's what that started to look like. It's not fantastic, but good enough. Good enough. Alright, so that, a bit more there, a bit more there. Alright, because this section is really super intense with the white that breaks these two in half, so like that. And then I have to do this on the other eye, of course. And then this other section, I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking of doing over there. So this is, of course, not going to be exact because it is nature, and nature is not exact. So we're going to get the two sides somewhat close, but not the same, because they're not the same. My eyes are completely different from each other, so we just go with it and we do what we can to make it work. So there's those waves coming in on the beach, and some of the ripply water. All right, and then I need to thin this out a little bit more, if possible. And this comes in like this. then that, like that. So we'll go with that for now. And then, so this yellow section here, there is like a split, it's like the sand dunes. So there's like a split between it. So I think I'm gonna try and work that in there. And it looks like it's with like a tannish orange color. So I have kind of a tanny yellow. Oh no, let's do it that one. And I just spray it with my water. If you're wondering what the sound is, that's all that is just me spraying. Just spraying some water from my spray bottle. That's not quite dark enough, so let's try this one. Let's see. That kind of works. Kind of sort of works. Of course, the space is bigger on this side because this eye is bigger than the other one. Love how that's so prominent when you start doing stuff like this. Yeah. All right, and then there is another break between those two that is pretty prominent, and it looks like that's with kind of a reddish coral color. So the red and the coral are right together in this palette, so I'm going to mix those and then put that line there. Sorry, I'm distracted. The squirrels are running around outside. I got the squirrel feeder right out on the post out here so I can see it from my room. So I can see the squirrels running around out there. And we got our cardinals back this year. The first year we were here, we had blue jays. And then the next year we had cardinals. And then the next year we had blue jays again. And then the cardinals have been here ever since. So the cardinals won their territory, I guess. Because I know they tend not to inhabit the same area. So that's kind of cool. We ended up with the cardinals. But either way, we got pretty birds. We got pretty birds. So, all right, we're gonna go with that. So that's what that's looking like. All right, and then I am going to grab. So this is my House Labs liner. I think it's like 26 bucks. I don't know. I got it gifted to me through I can't remember, some service that I was signed up with, and it's a decent liner. Unfortunately, if you have too much stuff on your eyes, it gets clogged up pretty easy. It doesn't flow very well if you have a lot of stuff on your eyes. So if you have like a really heavy shimmer on your eyes, it doesn't work very well. But if you have nothing on your eyes and you just want a good liner, it's great for that. But that's not my style. So it definitely does take the shaking to make it work properly. And actually it looks like even with the little bit of shimmer that I did do, it's still gonna get all gummed up on me. So it's probably starting to dry up too. I've had it for a while. I got it before they even released them, so I could do a review on it. And like I said, it's a good product. It just doesn't work well over eyeshadow. I wish it worked a little better over eyeshadow at least. So all right, so we're gonna go with that. And then what do I want to use for that? Waterline. Should we do teal? Let's do teal. So this is from Sorcery Cosmetics or Sorcery Beauty. This was gifted too. I don't know how they got a hold of me. I can't remember, but I'm very appreciative to it. Their liners are great. I can't use their black one in my waterline for some reason. My eye has a really big issue with it. or my eyes do, but all the other colors that I have that they sent me, I'm fine. So I use the black one for a lip liner because they do list them as lip and eye on their site. So they also have a eye base that I'm curious about to see how it works. So I might get that someday. They've got a few other things that look interesting, but there's so much out there right now that I'm curious about that I would love to try. But I'm also really worried about all those smaller brands that are going to end up getting hurt with everything that's going on with the tariff situation. I know Mandy makeup, the liner palette that I used, that's from Mandy, and that was gifted too. I'm worried about them. I'm worried about so many little brands. I'm worried about Nomad. I'm worried about just all the indie brands. It's so scary because most of their base ingredients come from China, not from the United States. So with those tariffs and stuff, people don't realize that that's, if it's made in the US, yeah, it's made in the US, but most of the base ingredients come from other countries. So with the tariff situation, it's just scary. Super scary. So, all right, we need a blush. I think we're gonna go with the Oulac blush because I love them. Not gifted, just in case you're wondering on that. I just love them. I got all of mine for like $2. It was great when I ordered them. So I do have a coupon to order some more stuff, and I want to try. They've got some really pretty lipsticks that I'd love to try. And then I don't know, a bunch of other stuff. I've gone in and made a card a few times, and I need to probably just place the order, but other things keep coming up. I just paid off a bunch of medical bills again this morning, and then I have more coming. So it's like a never-ending thing in this house. I'm constantly at the doctor. I actually ended up canceling an appointment this week because I was like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm so sick of the doctor. I could scream. Like, just leave me alone. I don't want to deal with you. So I canceled because, oops, I'll grab that later. Oopsie. So yeah, I just get frustrated. I've been seeing doctors since I was a little kid, and it gets old. So, especially when they can't figure out what's wrong, and I just have to kind of ride it out until my body figures itself out half the time. So, kind of like this breathing thing. Like, I'm not even going to bother calling a doctor about it, because all they're going to be like, so let's run a bunch of tests, and by the time I go through all that, they're going to be like, well, there's nothing wrong with you, and then I'm sure I'll be fine. So, it's usually what happens. Lips, lippity lips. Should we do coral? Should we do a coral color? This is Half Magic. They have got, so there's this really, really bright. I don't know if I should go that bright. Should I try it? Sorry, my mom's texting me. She's getting her house painted. She keeps texting me, so I keep looking up. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video, guys. I'm sorry. And I shouldn't apologize. I warned you at the beginning. This was gonna be a long one. I just really wanted to do a look and focus on it, and had a few things to talk about, and didn't get too derailed today. Trying to get better about that, but you know, when I did my first video, it was called Random Thoughts, because I do tend to have lots of random thoughts that just buzz through my brain, and it's nice to get them out and talk about it. And all right, and this is trying to get those to mix a little bit. So Black Moon, I think this is Bones. Yeah, Bones from Black Moon Cosmetics. So I just kind of want to get that coral to mix in with that. So it's kind of lighter. Yeah, that'll work. It's one thing about me. I am never happy with a straight lip color. I always go in and add something else just because that's just who I am. Just never been happy with just straight lip colors. So Electrum Cosmetics, this is their Transcend lip gloss. Yep, that's perfect. All right, so we will finish this part, and then I will get some mascara on, and then I can let you guys go. For anybody that stuck around to the end of this, because I know it's a long one and a little ridiculous. There. Yes, I like that. Sorry. Hey, sometimes you gotta cheer for things when you're happy about it, right? Not much in this world to cheer about right now, seems like. So, little victories, little things that make you happy, you gotta cheer about them, because you just have to. So, let's see, what else can I say? So, if you want to, like I said, I will have this posted on Instagram. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard about the Iris app. If you want to go check that out, I will post a link to it, maybe in the description box here, so you guys can follow that, check it out. You can follow me on there as well. I'm not doing a lot on it yet. I'm just getting used to it. It's just new. But basically, it's just a beauty community app where you just go on and people do reviews and polls and stuff like that about beauty products. And they do some drops on things, so you can buy products with coins that you earn or gems that you earn through doing challenges and things like that. So if you want to go check that out, so that is the Iris app. But yeah, I will try and post my link to that below in the description box as well, so you can go check that out. And then I will also try and post my link to my Instagram, which is also Tack Makeup Playground, so you can go check that out. Let's fix the corners of the mouth there. That looked awful. All right, so that is going to be the final look for me. But yeah, we'll get some photos taken, get that posted, but that is it. So just a little bit of island look there. So yeah, you guys have a fantastic day. Again, if you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button, leave a comment, be nice. Just be nice. The world doesn't need any hate and anger, so just be nice. And then just remember to take the time to do what makes your soul smile.